The China Bowl, it was Beijing taking on Qingdao.
Just as in the U.S., the TV announcer is practically breathless.
Xavier Boyce with a touchdown catch
as he narrates highlights of a game in China. The Professional China Arena Football League recently finished its first season.
So I do everything from, helping them find arenas to organizing the events.
Ed Wong is Vice President of League Development for the CAFL.
It's a very new sport there. It's a very new market, but it's getting traction, and it's growing at a rapid pace, I would say.
We first met Ed more than 4 years ago in the U.S., where American football is king. The first full-blooded Chinese football player in the National Football League was trying to win a spot on the Oakland Raiders.
A lot of people say Chinese people can't play football because they're too small or whatnot. And, I'm just trying to prove to them that I can.
Ed's parents, former Olympic athletes, encouraged their son, who's 2 meters tall and weighs 145 kilograms, that's 6'5", 320 pounds, to play football. That's unusual, he says, in the Chinese culture.
The parents of, mostly Chinese people, they don't really push their kids to participate in sports. And when they do, it's not really the physical sports.
1, 2, 3,
That's starting to change, whether it's lacrosse, rugby, or now American football.
The sport hasn't been there, so they haven't had the exposure to it.
But Ed was amazed several years ago by how open athletes in China were to American football.
And they were just picking it up so fast, and just how smart they were and how they just soaked everything up. It was incredible.
Ed Wong was a trailblazer of sorts. He got a lot of publicity for being the first Chinese player to set foot on a pro football field. He heard his share of race-related insults, which he always managed to shrug off.
Once you get on the field, all that stuff doesn't really matter anymore. It just comes down to whether you can play football or not. You can't really fake it. Once you get on the field, all your weaknesses and your strengths, they get exposed.
Injuries cut short his career in 2013.
We moved to the second half.
Now he's promoting a 6-team indoor league where 4 Chinese and 4 foreign players take the field for each side at one time. Expansion within China and across Asia is on the horizon. Women's American football is a possibility, too.
Yeah, we can get to that, too, for sure.
In the meantime, Chinese fans will watch the Super Bowl. Ed says they have a clear favorite.
100% the Patriots.
Well, Dalian gets on the board here.
But the question remains, will China acquire a real taste for this import?
We always say, the more football, the more exposure in China right now, the better for everybody.
Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN.